Hi guys, my name is Bologna. Welcome if you are new to this, and welcome back if you have been here before. Today is a really exciting day because I'm just kind of sitting here and I have my show notebook. So this is kind of like my book, and it has started as like all of the shows that I've been to and just kind of like them. But I have a lot of souvenirs and trinkets and things that I've been meaning to put in this book that I haven't had time to do. So, you know what, guys? We're going to make the time right now, and that's what we're going to focus on today. I figured also it was just such a fun way for us to sit down and just hang out. Like, I miss you guys. It's been a while. It has been way too long, honestly. So, the last YouTube video I filmed was before I left for vacation, actually. No, that I just filmed like a after my vacation, and it was really fun. And honestly, like I missed being in like talking to you guys and just like existing on camera. And it's just like I've been doing all of these little things lately that just make me so happy. And I just don't know how to contain that joy anymore, and I don't really want to. Um, I just really miss being present and being on camera and just doing the things that make me truly happy. Lately, on the TikToks and the Instagrams, I've been posting my videos every day. So if you guys want to see that kind of content, follow me over there. But I've been really on it with the pod too, and it just feels so good. I hope you guys know how much I missed you because you guys are amazing. Who wouldn't want to hang out with you guys, you know? And it's like also like sitting here and like doing these things is really fun because it's like for me, it's like this book is really important. This like notebook holds like everything I've done in the last year, and it's just really significant, and it just feels so incredible. And it's just like getting to sit here and like really, you know how I experienced this a lot lately is a lot of my friends are like, hold on, I have to take a picture. And it's like, their pictures are their memories. And it's like, for me to sit here and to write and to like put in trinkets, that is like my version of memory taking. I'd much rather sit down and write it down because one day I will be able to go through this book and I will say, holy shit, look at all the absolutely cool things I did. And like I'm so proud of myself because 3 years ago I was not this person. I wasn't adventurous. I wouldn't even put myself first. So it's just honestly so wonderful that I'm now in a position where I refuse to not put myself first. I'm still a caring person and I'm still kind, but like it's really important to fill my cup. It is such a priority. The castle, maybe? Yeah. The problem is I have this stuff and like I don't really know where I got it all from. Like some of it is really obvious, like some of it is like literally like my plane ticket and like things that like I have, you know what I mean? But other stuff I'm like, what is this? What is March? This is March 27th. I put like the date and then like I love to put trinkets, and then I'm such a writer, so I love to like write everything down. I also like I do this a lot where like I have all these notebooks, and then like every once in a while I'll go through them and I'll just like read them and I'm like, wow, I was so crazy. I do that a lot, and it's like literally my favorite thing in the world because I'm like, I am a crazy person, but I'm like, it's so fun. I can't even like be mad at myself because that would be an injustice because it's like it's just so important to like do things that make you happy. And it's like, I think for a really long time, that's just something that people were missing out on. And it's like, even still now, it's like, I do kind of really worry about this generation. And like, I hope we're doing things as people that we like just really love. Because that's so important, you know? I have all these trinkets and knickknacks and I'm like out of glue. So I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm scooping it out. I like got to go on all of these absolutely incredible Disney rides that like I had just like never been on. So the first time we went to Disney, I've told this story a lot, but the first time we went to Disney, I was 10 and I was terrified of roller coasters. So the first time I went to Disney, well, the last time I went to Disney, I was 10 years old and I was really scared of roller coasters. So there were so many things in Disney specifically that I've never been on. And then this time, you guys know now how much of a roller coaster fanatic I am. And I went and I got to go on all these incredible rides. And let me just say, nobody does it like Disney. I have never been on anything. Gardens of the Galaxy, life changing. Life changing. That roller coaster, oh my god. We got, so like apparently somebody was like, remember the song? We got I Ran, Flock of Seagulls. Um Absolutely incredible, very new wave, very us. And it was just like the coolest like experience of my life. But like all of their classic rides that I also never been on, like the Tower of Terror. Expedition Everest was that one ride that like I vividly remember because we had, it was like, this was also back in like 2013 where you would go, you would get like, you would put your park ticket into like the machine and then you get your flash pass and it would tell you what time to come back, and that just like existed and was just a thing. And it's like now that feels like forever ago, but that's like what Disney was. Also, it makes me really sad that there's no longer like walk around characters. Like that doesn't exist anymore. They don't just like wander around. They like only are in their designated spots, which is kind of like sad because it's like I don't really want to wait to like meet a character and like take it away from all these kids, but like I still wanted to say hi and like see them. I was like at Cinderella's castle and I was like, okay, where's the fairy godmother? But like, so it's just really interesting how things have changed. But honestly, it was just such an incredible experience to like go on these rides because they're not like scary or feel dangerous, but they're such an immersive experience. And Disney knows how to fucking curate an experience. I have never felt so immersed in my life being on the Tower of Terror. And like, you know, here's the thing is I know a lot of lore about it and like I know like in my mind the ride mechanics, but then being on it when I have never been on a ride like that in my life was incredible. It was the coolest thing in the entire world. And like it was awesome. Expedition Everest, we waited 30 minutes the first time, and then we got on later in the day and we waited 10 minutes. I was like, this was amazing. This was so cool. We were in Animal Kingdom on my birthday. So it just felt so incredibly wholesome. And it's just like to sit here and to like journal and write about all of these things that like I just really enjoy is so important to me. And it's just something I don't think I'm ever going to stop doing. It's like even like my Six Flags trips, it's like I don't even have my Six Flags pass this year. And that makes me really sad because it's like I really want to travel, but it's like I'm just working so much that it almost doesn't make sense to buy one right now. Also, it like they're closing a lot of this, like they just closed two parks. They just closed America in Maryland and then I think one other park. So things are just a little scary and it's like I don't know where things are headed, but I will always remain optimistic. And I truly believe that things are going to go in the right path, you know? I think somebody said this to me pretty recently, and they were like, we just, as humans, we have to push the boundary. You know, we got to touch the stove, and then we realize it's hot, and then we come back. And, like, I think that's a really great analogy for, like, the humanity and the people that we are. Honestly, like, it's so fun to reminisce, too, because as I'm going through all this, I'm like, oh, right, this happened. Like, I'm, like, finding these wristbands, and, like, one of them I don't know what they're for, but, like, this other one is from the castle, which was, like, this goth club that we went to in Ybor City in Tampa, and it was just, like, absolutely incredible. It was so cool. Like, we just saw some of the coolest stuff that I've, like, ever seen in my life, and it just, like, it feels really good to, like, live and explore. And it's like, I grew up in a house that was, like, so scared of living, and I don't ever want to be scared to live, you know, something I'm actually really afraid of. It's, like, actually my biggest fear, to be really completely honest with you guys. And it's like, it's a scary thought, you know? It's a scary thought to, like, I don't know if exploring is the scary thought, but for me, the scary thought is to, like, not enjoy my life. That's more scary than anything to me. But I guess everybody has their own, everybody picks their poison, you know? Just because this thing scares one person doesn't mean it's gonna scare everyone, but, you know. And that's, like, the coolest part about life, is everyone has so many different perspectives, and, like, it's so cool. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm using masking tape because I literally cannot find my, like, scotch anywhere. And I have, like, 3 rolls. Also, with, like, my Elmer's glue, I was like, I could have sworn I had more. Like, I could have sworn I had so much Elmer's glue, and I'm like, I don't know where any of this is. And then I have this set list that I just taped in my book. This is from this little band I just went and saw in this, like, bar in my area. They're called Full Burn. The next place they'll be is in July. They'll be at this place called the Stationery Factory. It's in, like, Dalton. It's not too far from where I am. And, like, they're just really cool and really cute. And they're just, like, these older guys that are just so passionate about what they're doing. And I think that's so important. You know, like, it's not about if you're making money off of it or, like, X, Y, and Z. It's about what you love. And, like, watching people do things that they truly love brings me so much joy. And it makes me feel so passionate. Like, I have so much passion for that. Honestly, it feels so good to, like, get caught up and feel like I finally have, like, done all these things that I've been putting off, especially since I know, like, more is to come to go into this book. I don't know about you guys, but, like, for me, having some sort of paper trail is almost fun. I'm always like, I hate evidence, but, like, I love it. When I die, I want somebody to read this book and be like, holy shit, they were crazy. Like, I do. I want that. I love you all so much. And, like, I don't know if you guys like it when we do arts and crafts, because I know my camera angles aren't great and you can't see a ton. And it's a lot of me just writing. But, like, it makes me feel so good. And I love to share these parts of my life with you because I feel like they're so little and they're so mundane and you don't think about them. But these are the things that truly bring me a lot of pure joy, and they're so important to my life. So if you guys really like to see stuff like this, let me know. Leave a thumbs up and leave a comment. I love you all so much, and I will see you all next time. Bye!